Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you might be watching this. I hope you're all having a good day. My name is Joseph Matthew. I work for Rutgers University in Newark, and we're going to talk about attendance today. I'm sure many of you still use paper and pencil or pass around an attendance sheet, but in Canvas we have a pretty slick tool called Qwickly Attendance. Now, you might have already seen a different attendance tool that's in Canvas, but this is a fairly new tool that we have, which I think is a little bit more robust and a little bit more friendlier to use. So we're going to get right into it. So you're going to go into your course, and you're going to see on your course menu Qwickly Attendance. So we're going to go ahead and go into Qwickly Attendance. The first thing I'm going to go over is your settings. By default, when you first open it, it will go right into settings. But since I already set this up, it just got into for me to take attendance. So we're going to go over preferences. You can sort when you see your attendance list by last name, first name, or username. I chose last name. You have different options on how your view preference are, showing you the total absence on a take attendance screen. You also can round your grades to the nearest whole number or show inactive students in record. By default, none of these are checked off, and for the most part, I don't believe you'll need them, but it's totally up to you. One of the other options in here is called check-in. Check-in allows you to set a timer. So I'm going to go ahead and, just for training purposes, put it in as 20 seconds. And with this check-in, you can either use no pin or QR code. You can have a QR code, but as you see here, if you use a QR code, the students all have to have the Qwickly Attendance app on their phones or devices, or you can have a PIN number. So I'm going to go ahead and require a PIN number, and it will be randomly generated. And we'll get into that once we go through the attendance check-in process. Next, we're going to go to attendance status. Here's your default attendance: present, they get 100%, absent 0, excused, no points, they don't get anything negative or positive against them. Late, they get slight percentage off. Or you can add your own status if you want something more than just this, and you can just click on add, and you can go ahead and fill in how many percentage, what color you want, whatever you choose to do. Next is automatic emails. I think this is really nice. I usually recommend all instructors to use this. It just sends an email once attendance is done to their email saying, hey, your instructor has marked you absent for today's date and the course that it's in. This way it gives the students, they know they've been marked absent. If they were missed for some reason, they can come talk to you after class or email you and let you know they were there. And it's pretty nice tool to use. Next is grading. Grading lets you choose how you want to see the grades in the gradebook and how you want to take the grades. So I chose session-based grading, where it will just show me a column in the gradebook. You can either choose points per session, they get a certain amount of points per session, or total points. I typically use total points, and I put 100%. The column name attendance is what will be shown in the gradebook, in the Canvas gradebook. So you can rename that if you want. You can change it to whatever you want. Another option is turning on absence-based grading. And what that does, it shows the absences and how many points you want to give them or take away from them for their absences. Another cool feature is this forgive absence button. And what that does is some people don't want to take attendance or don't want to negatively impact students during add and drop period, or you just want to say you're allowed one absence through the semester without being penalized. So you go ahead and put number of absence forgiven, and you just, in this instance, I'm going to choose 1. And I'm going to go ahead, and that's all the settings, and we're going to go ahead and click Save Settings. Next, we're going to go through all the different ways of taking attendance. So once you set this up, going forward, you click on Qwickly Attendance, it will open up to attendance, and whatever's the one you choose, that's what it will last open up to. So the first one I'm going to go into is check-in. This is where we already set up a PIN number, and we set it up for a time frame. So by default, you can put a title if you want. By default, it does take today's date. It says students will have 20 minutes to check in before the check-in period will automatically close. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start Check-in. Now here's the randomly generated PIN. Students will have 20 minutes to go in to their course into Qwickly and check in themselves with this generated PIN number. Now it's giving them 20 minutes to check in. you can always end it early, or you can go about your business and it will automatically shut down. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and click end check-in, and that would be the end of the process for taking attendance that day. The next one we're going to go over is list. List, again, you could choose your current time. You can even go if you forgot to take attendance, or you, for some reason, you didn't have time to do quickly. You can take past attendance and put it in manually yourself and put in the past date of your course and the time, and you can go on that way. Right now I'm just going to keep it at current time, and by default it shows you all the students in the course, and by default it's also left at present. You would just go in and click absent for whoever you want, late, and you also have a comment box. You can say they were late and that this is the reason why they were late, and that's all set. You just scroll to the bottom and click submit attendance. Next, we're going to go into one by one. One by one is pretty much the same as list, but it is exactly what it says, one by one. It shows each student one at a time. You have your comment box. You can list them as absent or excused or whatever the status may be. And you're going to go on to the next one and continue. It's a little bit more time consuming, but it's your choice. So next I'm going to just click submit attendance, and that's it for one by one. The next option we're going to go is seating chart. But before we click on that, we actually have to set up our seating chart. We're going to scroll a little further down and you'll see the option for seating chart. We're going to click on create seating chart, and I'm going to call this seating chart test for now, and I'm going to click next. Here you'll see a layout of various different seatings. All you're going to do is click on a desk, bring a student into it, and we're going to go through this, set it up the way we want, how your class might be set up, and we're going to click save. Okay. Now that's set up, we're going to go back to the attendance and click on seating chart. And we're going to choose our seating chart, the test one that we chose, and we'll see exactly how we set it up. We can mark everyone as present. I can mark someone as absent, and so on. Then you're just going to click submit attendance. The next is actually a really cool, slick feature called student activity. It's based on the activity in the course. So you have various different categories to choose from. So first you would choose your date range. I'm going to choose today's date and end at today's date. So now you see the different options. You can do it based on course login, discussions, assignments, and quizzes. So the first thing I'm going to do is see who logged into my course that day and base it on that. So if that's all you want to do, you can just click on it and you'll see down below it marks anybody who didn't log in as absent and puts in the comments have it logged into the course. If that's all you care about, you just click submit attendance. But say for instance that day I also had a quiz. I can click on quiz attempts, choose the quiz on the side, and now it will also mark anybody who didn't take the quiz as absent. And that's all I would need, and it would tell you in the comments that they did take the quiz, and you just click submit attendance. Next, we're going to go into course reports. It basically just gives you a little chart, gives you some matrix on what's going on in your course, gives you a rundown of all the students and their absences and what percentage. So for this course, 59.6% of the students average is attended, and 40.4% they didn't attend. Next, we can go into records. Now, students also have access to their own records. Here I can go through see all my dates of attendance. The green means they attended. The red X means absent. The yellow means late, and this blue means excuse. So you see with this excuse, it also has a little comment box. I can click on it and see that it was excused because they had COVID. You cancel that, and we're pretty much all set. And anything else you need, you can let me know. You can reach out to us. We'll put in our contact information at the end of the video. Again, my name is Joe Matthew from Academic Technologies and Services. Hope you all have a good day.